She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a
What's up, y'all?
Hi.
Hi, with that little voice you have.
What's up, y'all? Welcome in and welcome back. I am Beautiful.
And I'm Ace.
And we are
Together real bad. Ooh.
Real bad.
Yeah, real bad. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we just got off TikTok, so I'm hoping maybe a few people that were on TikTok found their way over here. Anybody? No? Okay, fine.
I don't even know why you do that, honestly.
I mean, I just was checking. I just wanted to see. Just checking it out. Just checking to see if what it is, what's it going to be.
Or what it ain't.
How are you? How are you feeling? How was your weekend? All of the things.
I'm good. I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
But a good exhausted. I'm just, I guess I would say, nervous for the pain to come.
Really?
I'm not sure what that's going to feel like today. Right now, I can already barely bend my knees because they do hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hurting.
Did you want to fill everybody in on as to why you're hurting?
I'm hurting because we took a bike ride today.
But not just any bike ride.
No. We did a bike ride from our house on the south side of Chicago all the way to the north side. Mm-hmm. And we stopped at Shore Club, had a little light lunch, and rode through Navy Pier.
Which is about how many miles?
A mile apart from each other. But total miles, I think we did close to 30.
Close to 30 miles, like there and back. Well, like there and back combined. So, yeah. What's up, Tonette? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, I'm exhausted for that reason. It was the first time on my bike again in almost a year. So I think starting off with 30 miles is kind of wild. I mean, that's crazy work for
we athletes. Who cares?
Yes, I care. I'm hurting. I'm glad we did it. We had a good time.
Yeah,
but we stopped more times than we needed to. More times than I expected to because my legs were hurting so bad. Even
though you were dusting me like out of the water, gone.
Yeah, I was. I actually ride pretty fast. My bike is a fixie, so it has like one gear. So I only move if I pedal.
Yeah.
And like when I pedal, I have a rhythm to it. So every time I pedal, it's like pushing me forward and forward.
Yeah.
So as a bike does, but
well, I mean, I know I get it because as opposed to like a speed bike where you like hop on and you can just change the the intensity or the speed, but like it can be looser, it can be tighter or whatever. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. So don't feel bad.
Okay.
Yes, I totally understood.
How was the ride for you?
It was good. I could not keep up with you, and I just thought after a minute I was like, I'm supposed to be enjoying this, not trying to race to keep up with you. So I just stopped. So,
wow.
And I enjoyed just taking in the water. I enjoyed because we're right off Lake Michigan. Obviously, I enjoyed taking in the city line. Skyline. Yes.
What?
Thank you. City line, skyline, same thing. I enjoyed like people watching because as you get downtown, there's like a lot of people. We stopped, we ate at Shore Club, which was expensive for no reason. I guess because you get to sit by the lake.
Right.
Okay. And the food was okay. It wasn't like anything to super write home about, but it was just a good ambiance, a good vibe. ate, and then came back, like you said, stopped at Navy Pier.
Got on the Ferris wheel.
Oh, that was cool. We did get on the Ferris wheel.
Spontaneous.
I got to see Chicago from like new heights, I guess, if you will. And it was a good ride. I enjoyed it. I feel like we should, I don't know, maybe start every summer like that and end every summer like that.
Or go on bike rides throughout the summer. There's been times where we could have done that and we just didn't.
We just didn't think about it. But I think we
still hit that mark, or we get to cross that off our list. Like we actually did it this summer.
Right.
So that was good. I regret not enjoying the bike ride. Like taking in the water and like the people watching. I wasn't able to do that because I was moving. And so I was coming up on bikers and walkers who weren't fucking paying attention and looking both ways before they crossed the fucking I heard sidewalk.
A lot of people bikers cursing out people that were
like, why are you and your 5 kids spread across the sidewalk walking on a bike in a bike lane?
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, I came up on this one family and I was like, on your left. And they turned around like, oh. And so they moved to the left. Like, no, I'm on the left.
Move to your right.
Get to the right. Other side, please.
They are tourists and they don't understand bike etiquette. I think is what it is.
I don't think it's just tourists. It could be anybody. Because when we first started, there's one lady, she looked like she didn't know what she was doing. Like it was her first time out there. First time on a bike amongst people. So the bike etiquette was not there. Right. And she just came out, was about to cross me, decided not to, and kind of like turned around, but like was slow. And it was an actual biker, like full gear and everything, like the goggles,
and they be serious.
The onesie, the helmet. And he was like, hey, whoa. Because he almost bust his shit
trying to stop
go
for
around
them.
her because it was also people walking.
I feel like there's 2 paths, right? Isn't there a bike path and a people path? And people don't know that.
There's two. So, in some areas, there are 2 sides. So then you'll have bikers and walkers on one side, and then bikers and walkers closer towards the lakefront. Okay. So in some areas, there are 2 paths, but otherwise, there's one path, bikers on one side, walkers are on the outside of the bike lanes. Yeah. So get your ass to the outside of the bike lane. And then y'all got the nerve to look at us like we crazy when we're passing you. And we're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Lady, this is
we're
just
not supposed to be here.
It's like a car. You cannot stop a car on a dime unless you're going, a mile an hour. But if you're going 25, 30 miles an hour, I'm probably going more like 15. But if you're going 25, 30 miles an hour, like some of those people, I can almost guarantee you are, because they're riding that fast. You can't just stop. Like,
I don't even
get your ass out the way.
Brakes. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that. I don't have brakes.
You have a reverse.
I have a reverse. Brake. I have to reverse my pedal in order to slow down to brake.
Right.
I don't have regular traditional brakes. So if I hit your ass, I'm gonna keep rolling. Like if I don't fall and bust my shit myself.
You probably gonna fall and bust your shit. That's probably what's gonna happen. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's
you ain't gotta be sorry.
I mean, that's what's gonna happen.
I know.
So yeah.
But that was we'll get more on our weekend when we get to Date Night Diaries, because a lot of this happened to be like date night activities, I feel like. Yeah. It was kind of. So happy Labor Day. Yeah. Happy Labor Day. I feel like this is the only time, this is the first time in a long time that I've actually been able to celebrate Labor Day. Because last year, were you working? Yes. Okay. I was. I had an earlier shift actually, and we were able to go to a barbecue, I think, or was that Memorial Day? I don't think maybe I barbecued here because we were here, and maybe I didn't because we were probably still trying to get your stuff situated. I don't know. I'm just happy you were able to this time. Yeah. Being in the service industry, you don't really get holidays off like that because those are the times where the money is coming in because you have people coming in for the holidays. And being at the restaurant / bar that I was at last year around this time, it's a touristy area. So we're always going to be busy. And it's in a hotel, and hotels are open 24/7. Yeah. So I was working. Today I was not. Woot. So we joined a fantasy football league with some of our. Why Where are you at?
Teammates.
We're not there yet.
Yes, we.
No,
okay, coming out the closet. You could have just rolled with it and tapped me and came back around, but instead, where are you?
No, because
at?
we have a format that we would love
coming out the closet. Go ahead.
Are you upset?
No, I'm not upset. I'm just saying coming out the closet. Not at all.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying coming out the closet. This is you. I'm out. For the most part.
Wow. Okay.
I'll let you give your own update.
No real updates, but I do want to keep this like through the formatting of the show just because.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Just to keep it consistent.
You can't just keep it in the format of the show, but then every week come back and say, there are no updates.
So now you're trying to.
There are no updates.
There are no updates. There are no updates on the coming out of the closet. Okay, I have the letter. Mm-hmm. I have the letter written. It is finished. Okay? It does need to be mailed out. You did offer to buy me stamps to mail it out.
Yes, I did.
And then you didn't do it. And then I reminded you about them. Then you're like, oh yeah, I did say that I was going to do it, and I still don't have any stamps today. So it is a joint effort into why.
Yes, but no. But go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
It is a joint effort into why the letter has not been mailed out.
Wow. So you're placing partial blame on me for the letter not being mailed out?
Partial, yes.
How? Because
like 25%.
No, try 10.
Tell me how much I'm blaming you.
Because it's only 10% my fault. And really, if you were eager and ready to mail that letter out, you would have just got stamps yourself.
And that's the problem. I'm not eager and ready. And remember one episode, a previous episode, I said that she was trying to pull me out the closet.
I'm not.
Do y'all hear the language here?
I'm not trying to pull you out the closet. You willfully started this process on your own.
I would like to go through it in my own time.
Yes, but on your time may not ever happen.
That's not true.
That's just how I feel.
Okay, that can be how you feel, but that's not true.
I'm just giving you my opinion. I didn't say it was true or not. I just gave you my thoughts on it. So what's a drop dead date?
I don't have a drop dead date.
Complete. What's the drop dead date?
I don't have a drop dead date.
Stop yelling in my speakers and my microphone.
I said the answer already.
You're just gonna hurt the people's ears. Can you please give us one?
No.
Why?
Because I can't give a date.
Why?
I tried
because
to give
it holds you accountable.
Not that it holds me accountable.
But it does.
Yes, it holds. Yes, okay. It holds me accountable. But that's not the reason why I don't have a date, or I don't want to give a date. I don't want to give a date because I don't want to give one.
Tell me why.
Because I don't want to.
That's not a good enough reason.
That's a good enough reason for me. Why can't that be enough? If I'm not ready to send it out, why can't that not be enough?
Because I just said. What did I just say?
What did I just say?
If I'm not giving you little nudges and you don't know when the drop dead date is, you don't have a goal in mind, then when does it happen?
Ace.
Ma'am.
If you want to marry me that bad, just say that.
You already know I do. Okay. Which is part of the reason why I'm like,
then say
what's
that
up?
So I can know where this is coming from. Because at this point, at this point, let me just do me. Okay.
Okay.
I don't. I'm telling you, I don't want the nudges.
So if I go get these, okay.
I don't want the nudges. But yes, go get the stamps. I'll mail it.
No, you don't want. So if I get the stamps, you gonna mail it that same day. This is what you're saying.
I don't know if it's gonna be that same day.
Okay. Is it gonna be within the week?
Within a week, sure.
So now it's on me. If I go get the stamps tomorrow, it'll be mailed by Tuesday.
Sure.
Let me put this in my calendar. I gotta go pick up some stamps because you're not finna play with me.
Bruh.
Look, pick up stamps all day and free ad. It's on my calendar. So let it be written. So let it be done. You know what that's from? Do you know
The
what that's
Bible?
from? Yeah, the Ten Commandments.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, whew. And this
Sorry,
is
y'all.
this is only your dad. Oh Lord, when you get to your mom, whew.
I think by the time I get to my mom, be like, okay, well, I got one parent out the way, so like the rest is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm being a little hopeful, but
okay. All right.
yeah.
AJ, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Hi, AJ.
We were in the heat of battle when you text or when you dropped a comment. So sorry about that. And we appreciate you joining us live. Thank you so much.
Only in love and war, AJ. Only in love.
We stay on the run. I can't get up that high.
I can't do that. That's why I decided not to. I wasn't going to embarrass myself. Okay, moving on to pop culture.
Okay.
So on to what you were saying.
Oh, fantasy football. Yes. We joined the fantasy football league with our teammates from the Chicago Blitz. And we had our draft party yesterday, which was, I thought it was fun. You said it was,
I said it was mid.
Okay, don't tell nobody. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, don't tell nobody. I thought it was mid. Only because I feel like, I think the reason why I felt that way is because I had all these expectations in my head of what a draft party would be like.
Okay.
First of all, it was missing the party. And
it was only like 7 of us.
I guess I just didn't know exactly what to expect. Okay. So I had this picture painted in my head of what a draft party looks like.
Okay.
And so that's not what I received.
Okay.
Which is fine.
You needed to lower your expectations.
I needed to lower my expectations. I need to not have expectations going into anything anymore. And I know that's going to be very, very hard for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was mid because I had high expectations for this party.
I get it. On the flip side of that,
hey KB.
Yes. What's up, KB? On the flip side of that, I thought it was okay, and I appreciate our QB Stephanie for putting it together, and for Sealant for letting us have it at his house. But I thought it was I like the little competitive part of it to try and get see who got the most points to decide what the draft order was, all of the above. So I enjoyed it. I understood if you have like higher expectations, like party, then you'd be like, meh, but I thought it was cool. Just me.
Yes. But again, it was my first draft party. I did do a mock draft with you. Yeah. So I kind of had an idea of how, it worked, which helped a lot in the process. So much so that my draft report, I got an A+. I think I was the only one with an A+.
It was an A. There were no pluses or minuses.
All right, well.
And I got a D.
I got an A. So.
And that don't mean nothing.
It doesn't mean anything, but it made me feel good for the fact that, yes.
Okay, that you got an A.
That I got an A.
Okay,
and
fair.
that I kind of drafted.
That's fair.
Accordingly.
That's completely fair.
Thank you.
100% fair. But we're going to see who going to win. I can't wait till we play.
It's going to be a day.
I can't wait till we play.
It's going to be a day.
It's going to be a day full of watching football.
Yeah.
All day, checking in on teams. The entire day. What else? Project 2025. So y'all know we are at this point probably going to be pushing the vote kind of verbiage. We don't really do a lot of politics, but it really is very important that you guys vote in this election. Did you have anything to say behind that?
Just vote. I used to be one of the people who don't enjoy politics anyway now still.
Yeah.
But even growing up, I was just like, ew, yuck. But I see how important it is, especially now.
Yeah.
And so I just encourage you to vote because your mom, your sisters, your nieces, your nephews, everybody is going to be affected by this. So just please go vote and do your due diligence.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it. That's all. So if you're in the Chicago area, which I think KB might be. Are you in the Chicago area? If you're in the Chicago area, September 20th, we are collabing with Black Gay Table Talk and Queer News, and that's Keenan and Anna, respectively, for an event called Mic Check, where we will be amplifying queer talent. Mm-hmm. So again, if you're here and you know a little bit of magic, you do a little bit of drag, maybe you know a death drop or two. Can you tell some jokes? Are you funny? Have you been wanting to try it?
Can you sing?
Can you sing?
Do you have any poems or a spoken word?
Guitar?
Yeah.
Do something. That. Keyboard, drums, whatever you got. We want to help amplify queer talent. So hit our inbox on TikTok, together.real.badpod, or you can email us at the number 2 togetherrealbad@gmail.com. Oh, I did it better this time.
Good. I was looking at you. I was holding my breath over here.
I know.
But even if you don't have a talent and you just want to come and support, please do.
Yes.
Because audience are a big part of performances as well.
You might need an audience. Yeah.
So if you don't have a talent and you do want to come and support, please do that.
Yes. Tickets are $25. It includes parking, a non-alcoholic beverage, and food from a select menu. And that all goes for food, space, and talent. So,
yes.
Yeah, I don't think it goes.
Sounds like a lot, but like you get food too, and the food is actually really good.
As we've had it, it's very good.
Yes.
So that's going to be happening, and you are picky. That's going to be happening at Bridgeport Arts Center at 1200 West 35th Street here in Chicago, Illinois, September 20th from 7 to 9. All right, that's that plug. Date Night Diaries.
Yes. Okay. So I kind of wanted to do these dates separately, like on different episodes. But I've decided just to lump them all together because
it was kind of like an epic weekend.
Yeah.
Similar to one we had
last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first activity that we did was Friday. We went to the Sky game. We were blessed with tickets. Unbeknownst to us, yes. We did not know where these tickets were going to be until the day of. And we were like, oh shit, right?
Yeah.
So even then we were like, okay, that's dope. It's going to be on the court. But who knew that I was going to be sitting next to Angel Reese?
Exactly. Or sitting behind Teresa Witherspoon.
Right.
Or slapping fives with Cordosa.
Like, it was super dope.
It's wild.
And I got to see Diamond, who was like,
Shields,
who's like one of my crushes. Sorry, baby. And actually, Ty Young was one of my crushes back in the day as well.
Was she the coach on the bench?
She was assistant coach of the Chicago Sky now. So it was really, really cool to be in that space with them, like sharing the same air.
Yeah.
Because
the same air.
It was really cool. I even said to what's her name? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now.
Angel Reese?
Yes, thank you so much. I was like, hey, Chi-Town Barbie.
Which I was like, why are you talking to her right now? They're losing and she's pissed. She was pissed. I'm like, I was like, what are you, in my head, of course I said, I'm like, what are you doing? This girl is pissed off because they are getting their asses whooped.
I didn't know what to say. You know how you make eye contact with somebody and
look away.
Look. Abort.
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. Abort mission. It's different if they're winning. You know, you slap her a little five, like, yeah, go ahead, girl. But no, she was like, hey, she responded. Much love for responding.
Yeah, but I didn't deserve it. I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do.
No, as a Division I athlete,
I know I gotta do better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in all fairness, UIC, even though my sport was Division I, we were not a Division I school. So,
but you were a Division I athlete. We don't care about the school.
True.
Okay.
And then I also worked with the Bulls for a while, so I don't know why I was starstruck for a second. I don't know. I used to see like basketball players all the time, like walking the same hallways with them. With them.
Yeah. I'm not starstruck. I don't like the attention, so I assume they are probably okay with it. But imagine that damn near 24/7. It's not comfortable.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. But it was a beautiful experience. We were super grateful for the tickets.
For sure.
We were even able to go on the court, take some pictures. I took a picture with Selena Johnson. Mm-hmm. We went to the press room to watch what were their names?
2 of the players getting interviewed. One was,
I'm so sorry.
Brianna,
Brittany. One of them is Brittany,
and the other one, is their last name? Adunze? I can't remember. Forgive us, y'all.
Beautiful people. Very
super
nice.
dope. Very nice. We got to meet them, take pictures, etc.
They definitely played their heart out there. Seriously.
Yeah.
So we enjoyed ourselves with that. Then we went to Hot Pot, which I don't think I'll ever go back to that.
Would you say Hot Pot was mid? I thought I was going to lose my life.
Because it was so spicy.
It was so spicy.
Yeah.
I was really scared that it was going to make me sick because it was like so late. And like, you know how like it just gets hot in your stomach. Like it just was not.
And it was something in there that was making me like, I don't know. I'm good on Hot Pot.
Yeah, when we went before it was good, but
no, it was still this. I had the same taste that I just did not like. It's some type of seeds that is giving off a taste in the broth that I just can't do. I'm just gonna need water.
Water, got it. Or we just go. What is it? Is it Mongolian?
Yes. We can definitely go there. Gaiku.
Got it. It's a place where they serve unlimited meat that you cook yourself, which is similar to Hot Pot, but it's not
Korean barbecue.
Okay, thank you.
It's a Korean barbecue spot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the next move.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have anything to say about the game at all? We saw Shaq was there.
Oh yeah, Shaq was there, which is that this is a massive, massive human being, y'all. I'm talking like when he sits down, his knees are at his chest. Like that's how long his shins are. Like he's a big boy. So it was cool seeing him in person. I had never seen him in person, not even like going to a game or anything.
I forgot about Sue Bird. Sue Bird was there as well.
Your other crush.
Yes.
Yeah, Sue Bird was there. I don't know why she was. I know she was there to watch the game, obviously, but they did like a mid.
It was like a quarter break. Yeah, something like that.
I don't know what they.
I have no idea what she was talking about. She was talking about Barbie or some shit.
Got it.
Because I guess the theme of the night was Barbie, but I don't know what that was supposed to mean for her. Like, what was her purpose?
Right.
But I was happy to see her because we had just seen a documentary about her.
Yeah, for sure. So it was cool.
Yeah. We saw some Bears football players.
Yep.
The number 1 draft for the Bulls.
Yep.
Was also there.
And then those Bears players, I think we had one of their autographs on this ball back here.
Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah. So it was cool to see that he was still on the team because
back then he was
rookie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was last year.
That was last year. Yeah, he was rookie. So that was cool. And he was with, was it Jabari? Jabari something? Terrible with names over here, y'all. Sorry.
We apologize. We're going to do better at doing our research before coming on.
I'm not going to promise that, but I'll try.
I just said we was going to do better. I didn't promise either. We are not journalists.
At all. So that takes us into Saturday, which we woke up and cleaned because we had an Airbnb guest coming. We got to sleep on the couch, which we hadn't had a chance to do in so long. It was like, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I like sleeping on the couch sometimes because it's like being a kid.
like having a sleepover or something like that?
Yeah. It takes me back to childhood.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I like that.
So we woke up and we went to the Dawn AM Eatery, which you guys have suggested that we do. Oh, she had a Barbie made. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tonette, because I was completely lost. That's dope. So Sue Bird had a Barbie made in her likeness, and that's why she was there. And I guess that's why it was Barbie night.
Okay. Makes sense.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So yeah, we went to the Dawn Eatery, AM Eatery, I think is what it's called, over here in Hyde Park. And can I tell y'all, like,
fire.
Soul Snatcher? I lost my mind. Were we even high?
Yes, but it was still good. Well,
not really.
Slightly.
Okay. It was fire, regardless.
It was really good.
I had the Cajun shrimp and grits. However, I substituted the regular grits for the jalapeno cheddar grits, which were fire. Then I paired that with some egg whites and their drink called the Greyhound, which is a really, really good cocktail. Really good. It's a cognac cocktail.
I feel like Chicago KB suggested Dawn. I mean, I know we had seen it, but I feel like she said you should try Dawn.
It was like a couple people. So if it wasn't her, it was
somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you had the jambalaya skillet.
Jambalaya skillet was really good. It had brown rice in it. I feel like it had like for real cheddar, andouille sausage, shredded chicken with this biscuit that was off the chain.
First of all, it wasn't even supposed to come with a biscuit. It was supposed to come with a piece of toast.
But he knew he was doing.
He said, I got y'all a biscuit instead of the toast. And he did right. He was doing a Lord's work.
Yeah.
And then they got the nerve to have several different butters
that you can put on the biscuit.
That you can put on the and honestly, you can eat that biscuit without any of the butters because
you don't need it.
The crust on top of the biscuit,
delicious.
When super I tell you, you gonna want to eat every single crumb, and I did,
and did.
Man,
it was super good. I only had a little corner, but the corner that I have was.
She had two corners.
Two corners. Okay.
And I had delicious. The rest, and I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed. No? That shit was so great. And honestly, that's crazy because like that wasn't even my first time. That was my second time. The first time I went was with my granny, and I got the fried catfish with some greens and the jalapeno grits.
And that was good.
So
good spot.
Yes, that is definitely top 2 brunch spots, and it's Black owned
on the south side.
The service on the south side. The service was great.
Yeah,
a little slow as far as like the waiter coming to us and like checking on us or whatever.
I don't know if that was because of them or because of our server. Like he was a good server, but I feel like he was, I call it working out the world backwards. I don't know. It just seems like he could have been more efficient. And because he wasn't, I felt like it took longer to get our food. Mm-hmm. But on the flip side of that, when we got it, it was hot.
Yeah. Fresh.
So, I don't know.
No complaints on the food.
I don't know.
10 out of 5.
Oh, that threw me for a second. Got it.
It
surpassed your expectations.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
If you're visiting Chicago, okay, AJ, you're visiting Chicago in October and you've been looking for a vegan spot. There's a spot in Hyde Park called
Can't Believe It's Not Meat.
I Can't Believe It's Not Meat. I've never had it.
I have.
It's good.
I had their turkey. I'm sorry, turkey. I had their burger.
Because it's meat.
I had their burger. Their burger was actually pretty good. I think it was like a jerk burger or something like that.
Okay.
It wasn't better. So at the time that I went, they were paired with Flavs out in Orland. I'm not sure if either of those restaurants are still in Orland right now, but
they were paired? What do you mean?
Yeah, so like they were sharing a restaurant space.
Oh.
So you can go on one side and order Flavs. You can go on the other side and order Can't Believe It's Not Meat.
Got it.
And I had a taste for Flavs jerk burger. However, because they have some things on the menu that could be in competition with each other, there were some things that were left off on each of the menus that the other place could sell.
Okay.
So I ended up getting Can't Believe It's Not Meat's jerk burger instead of our jerk burger because it wasn't available at that location.
Got it.
And it wasn't as good as Flavs.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that, but it was edible. And I liked it for what it was.
You give it a 10 out of 5?
No, no, that's reserved for the Dawn. The Dawn.
There is actually a bunch of the names of this, but there's a fairly large vegan culture in Chicago, so shouldn't be too hard to find.
You will not have any problems finding food here in Chicago. Every type of cuisine that you can think of, we have it here, and it's all good.
And most of the time you can go to a restaurant and they'll have something vegan on the menu.
Yes, because vegan is starting to become like a fad.
Well, it's been
more. It's becoming more popular.
Oh, okay. I like popular better than fad. It's popular to cater to the vegan community.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. So whatever restaurant you go into, they're going to have something on the menu that's vegan.
Yeah.
But you won't be. You will rarely be disappointed with the food here in Chicago. I'll say that.
For sure. 9 out of 10 times you don't like it. So, yeah.
Then we talked about our date on our bike ride to South Shore. Where did we go? I put South Shore too. Shore Club. Our date to Shore Club.
Yeah.
Shore Club, like she said, was expensive for no reason, but you're paying for the location.
The ambiance.
Yeah, the ambiance is right on the beach.
Yeah.
I have to say the shrimp ceviche was really good. The steak tacos were decent. The steak could have been seasoned a little bit more, but it was decent.
Salty though. I thought it was. I mean, it was decent. It was decent. It's not like I'm gonna be like, let's go to Shore Club.
Right.
Off the regular, but if we're going up, like if we're riding that far and then just want to stop and eat some places, it's a good place.
Yeah. And then I also had the frozen espresso martini, which was chef's kiss. Very, very good. The bathrooms were so clean, which I was really surprised to experience that on the beach, because it can get pretty dirty. But there was this lady in there who ain't stopped cleaning since we've been there.
That's her job.
She was out back in the
bathroom duty.
The bathrooms were were like stalls, but it was in the containers, like a shipping container, which I thought was dope. Like,
that's cool.
It was cute. It was cute, but they were very, very clean. So I was really happy to be in there. I'm happy to be here. I walked in like, wow.
Clean bathroom, always a plus.
Yeah. But I mean, the day overall was great. On our way back home, we stopped at Navy Pier, took a spontaneous ride on the Ferris wheel, and then we rode our happy asses on home. We struggled. I struggled.
I definitely struggled a little bit too.
We were going against the wind on our way back, right?
It don't matter. I was going to struggle anyway.
That's right.
It didn't matter if the wind was blowing in my face or at my back. It was going to be a struggle. So, but it was worth it though. It was a good time.
Okay. So that's it for Date Night Diaries. I do want to say this. Stay tuned for the end of the episode, where we're going to have a new segment to the show that's called SOS, Save Our Situation Letters.
Yes.
From you guys. So we do have a letter to read, and we will be giving advice on what we are given. So stay tuned to the end of the episode for that.
And this is going to be a longer episode, by the way.
Yes.
We're already 40 minutes in.
We'll try to go through it kind of,
fairly quickly. Yeah, got it. Okay. Fear factor. So this is like we're talking about fears in relationships. Some in our relationship that I might have, but just in general, like fears that people have in their relationships, and maybe how to like combat those. And I think that my number one fear is like abandonment. It's not anybody cheating. It's not losing my independence, which we're going to talk about both of those, but it is like being so deeply into something and so deeply in love. And then all of a sudden I do something and the person is like, I'm over it. I don't want to be together anymore. That is my deepest fear. Did you know that?
I did.
Or wait, could you gather that? I
could gather that because you know how I am when it comes to something. If I we've talked about my past relationships and how I'm quick to leave if someone's not doing right by me, so to speak. And so I see where that fear comes in. Yeah. But I can tell you right now, you don't have anything to worry about. I don't treat our relationship the same way that I've treated other relationships in the past. And it was so easy for me to remove myself from those relationships because there was only one relationship where I stuck it out. All the other ones, we were earlier into the relationship. So it was an easier way. It was easier to walk away than it is from this one. Yeah. Like we built so much within this relationship in the past 2 years. So that is not something that I would ever want to walk away from without trying my darndest to make sure that we did everything to make it work. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I think I don't know. It's weird because I don't think that you are just going to be like, all right, I'm out. But I feel like sometimes like I can be a little like not a lot to handle, but sometimes I could just be set in my ways or how things are done. And you might be like, yeah, I'm not going to deal with this. Like that's how I feel. So sometimes I'll be like, am I talking too much? Or like, did I really, really irritate you? Or like ask you these questions because I don't mean to if I am, but I feel like that I can come off that way. And I think it's probably, I guess it's more of an internal thing than anything that, you know, I could do things to like push you away. Not that I'm trying, but just unknowingly do things to push you away. And so I think that's where that fear comes in, that it's like, damn, I did it. And now she don't want to deal with what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that, you're locked in. I mean, I'm locked in too, you know? And so, and you say, I don't have anything to worry about. And I don't think I have anything to worry about, but it's still that little like in the back of your head, like, what if she just be like, peace?
You scared?
I'm not scared because I don't think it'll happen, but it's still that voice. You know what I'm saying? Back there, that is like, well, she could. Then I'm like, no, but she won't. But it's like, she could though. So that's probably just a me thing, I think, more than anything, because I really don't think in the front of my mind that you would or that you want to. I feel like we have built a very strong foundation, and that's part of the reason why I feel like that. Like I feel fairly secure in that. We've built a really strong foundation. We have a really good, communication for the most part. I mean, obviously we have breakdowns and that's normal. We can't be perfect all the time but I think that safe space, the communication, strong foundation, like those three things are things that make me feel better. You know, that I don't have to worry about you leaving or going anywhere.
Is there anything else that I can do to like further make you feel secure? Do you feel secure?
No, I don't. Like, I think you do quite enough to make me feel that way. I think, like I said, it's just me getting over my own crap about people leaving, you know? So, how about you? Worst fear?
What is my worst fear in a relationship? I would have to say, I feel like my worst fears have happened already in relationships.
Really?
Getting cheated on
in other,
not in ours.
I was like, wait, what?
Not in ours.
Okay.
But being cheated on and having a baby be brought into this world.
But what is your worst fear in this relationship that could happen in this relationship? Or, I mean, it has the potential to, like, not that it will.
I think it would be you leaving me because I'm too much.
So we have the same fear, which is wild.
Yeah.
And what would too much be?
Like, I'm a lot to handle. Like, I have a big personality. I have big... I can be demanding sometimes. I can be bossy. I just don't think, not everybody could be able to handle me.
Okay.
And not that I don't test you at all when it comes to anything like that. I feel that I am myself. And so I made sure that I would stay myself within this relationship so that this is, that this is all of me.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Okay. That makes sense.
But please take it. Please take it.
Of course. The hell.
So I guess I I guess I put myself out there for the rejection. But I'm like, if you don't want me, then I'm not for you. And I'd rather you know
everything.
And, you know everything about me than to have things come up later on.
And be like, where'd that come from?
And then you're looking at me sideways.
Yes, because I would. Like, yeah. The hell? Okay.
So I guess we have be that. Yeah.
Same fear. That's very interesting. Okay.
But losing my fear of independence isn't something that I'm scared of. I think that I'm able. I think we always talked about this in a previous podcast, like keeping our individuality.
Yeah. Individuality.
Within our relationship, there's sometimes where I find myself falling short of making sure that I keep myself.
You said in other relationships?
No, in this one. Like when I go get my nails done, you're like, is this your you time? Yeah. Like whatever. I guess having that again has been good.
Okay.
For me to like, just to be able to go there and like not have you there, because it would be nice to have you there, but still like be able to do things like that I used to do on my own, which it took me a long time to get there. So I don't want to lose that part of me that I had to learn to do.
So I'm gonna be pushing you out the house like, go ahead and get the nails done. I'll see you later. I'll be here playing video games.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, fair enough. I don't have any fear of losing my independence. First and foremost, because I grew up an only child, and so it's just always been me taking care of me. Of course, my parents took care of me, but when I didn't have anybody else to lean on after
high school, because you never came back. You said. Right?
No, ma'am. I never came back home. And I stayed out and made my own way and figured things out. But I have so many different things that I like to do that I just don't feel like I can lose my independence or my individuality, because I'll just pick up one of those things. And a lot of times those things are things that my partner can't do. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, play piano. Like, you can't play piano. Could you learn? Yes.
I could play Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Okay, fair enough. But, kind of talking about
play Farrah Jacques.
Like reading music. Can you read music?
I know some things about the notes, but as far as reading music, no. Okay.
And that's why I am just okay at it. Like, I'm not a Mozart over here, but like that's something that you can't do. Like, if you wanted to learn how to do it, of course I would, he'll teach you, or I have plenty of access to apps that teach, you know what I'm saying? But it's those kind of things or like video editing. Could you learn how to do it in Premiere Pro? Yeah, but you don't. And so because I just have all of those things that I do and know how to do, it's really hard. I don't fear losing my independence at all. Like, I just don't. Too many hobbies.
I guess I need to find more hobbies. We talked about that in another episode too. Like, I don't think that I have like my own hobbies that I like to do or get a chance to do anymore. When I was coming up in college, like, one of my hobbies that I love to do was Wednesday nights going salsa dancing. And then that kind of was ruined after COVID. I don't even know where the Latin American community is when it comes to like the social dancing experience that we used to have here in Chicago. So I don't have that.
They have stepping classes up there on Cottage Grove.
I don't want to do a stepping class.
Okay, fair enough. Just trying to throw it out there. I don't know.
Hey, Anna.
What's up? And thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, y'all. This is we talked about earlier. I think probably some people still here from earlier. Mic check. E3 Radio, Queer News will be in one of the podcasts that we're going to be collabing with to put on Mic Check. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Some other things. Do you fear like conflict, like our conflict, or us having like a super heated argument?
No, I don't fear that because our communication, like our foundation of communication is so solid that I don't have that fear at all. I think that, like, even when we were just arguing, what'd you call it, arguing at the beginning of the show?
No, I would call it more playful / sort of serious banter than anything.
Okay. Well, stuff like that. Like, well, that's, for those who don't know, that's like the extent of like how our conversations happen. Unless it's something like super serious, like that day I was, I guess, being ungrateful and you had a lot of pressure on you and you started crying and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I don't think there's
a fear of conflict.
Yeah, there's no fear of conflict for me on this side. What about you?
This relationship, no. Last relationship, yes. It's like you said here, we may go back and forth. It may be like slightly like heated, but it's not going to ever get like screaming and yelling and out of control because first and foremost, I think we have too much respect for each other to do that. And I always hated when my parents would get into an argument and start screaming or yelling at each other. And
you saw that?
Yes. What? Yes. My parents would argue in front of me. Yes,
my
absolutely.
Parents never argued in front of me.
And that's probably why your temperament is as such like it is now. You know what I'm saying? Because you never saw that. And though I saw it, I hated it. I hated conflict between them. I hated conflict between, myself and my parent. Like I hated all that. It was just super uncomfortable. And so I think, that's why I really try not to have it here. Like there's better ways to communicate as we do than screaming and yelling and arguing or doing cold shoulders, even though sometimes I'm guilty of that. I'm working on that. But there's a better way.
Yeah, I've even mentioned in another podcast where we were talking about that, like how I choose my words or my actions in a way that I don't hurt you or I don't cause any conflict. Kind of being mindful. Very demure. When it comes to dealing with you, because I would hate to like put us in a space with my words.
Yeah, because you can't take those back. That's tough.
Right.
Yeah, and I appreciate that for sure.
We didn't talk about rejection. You talk about abandonment. Yeah. Rejection is one of my fears, not in this relationship, but in life. Like I hate rejection.
Just period.
I don't know if that doesn't seep into this relationship because I don't feel like you ever like. I don't feel like you would ever reject me in any way, even when it comes to like bedroom activities.
Yeah, it's never. I would never. I may postpone you. Can we try this again tomorrow?
But yeah, just in life, like it used to like be to the extent of calling a restaurant and asking if they had like any tables available and them telling me no. Like I would get so like embarrassed.
Really?
Like I would get like a little bit of anxiety about that. Like about possibly hearing the word no or we don't.
Why?
I don't know. But I don't have that in this relationship, so
okay.
I guess that's what matters.
Even that, like, even if you were to call a restaurant right now in this,
no, not now. That was in the past, and I'm going to therapy, which I start on Wednesday. I'm going to therapy to work on myself because after my class reunion, I felt shitty. I don't know why. I mean, I have some reasons as to why, but I want to talk about it. So
maybe we'll touch on it if you feel comfortable after your first
possibly
session.
I wouldn't mind sharing my conversations that I've had with my therapist. So I start that Wednesday, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and at some point we're gonna do couples therapy. I just gotta turn in the stuff.
Do your homework.
I know.
I do my work.
I've just been busy, busy. So rejection. I don't think it was ever like as bad as calling a restaurant. But it used to be hard to hear no. And now I don't care. Because I'm gonna just ask, and if you say no, you say no. And I think that also comes with age. Like I was very, very shy, very what's the word? Is meek the word? Very like intimidated by certain things. But as I like worked for people and grew in my business and learned how to like build a relationship before you get to know. So it's kind of like, all right, I'm just going to have a conversation with the expectation of we're just going to have a conversation. And then hopefully we might get to the business at hand. If you say yes, you say yes. If you say no, you say no. And that's kind of how I started approaching everything. And it actually helped me, excuse me, it actually helped me talk to people more. So like if I'm just like when we went to look at that property that was really bad and just helping the gentleman up the stairs just open the door for conversation, and then I talked to the realtor and asked him questions and stuff like that. Rejection really in the earlier part of my life just really helped me be able to speak out more, but in a way of not expecting a yes or no, but asking about the person. Like I don't want to talk about myself, but I do want to learn about you as a person and you as a person or whoever I come across. And I feel like that kind of helps with being able to take rejection. I don't know why it's like that for me, but it is. It is just being able to talk to somebody, build a relationship with them. First thing you do, if you ask somebody about themselves, I feel like this is a pro tip for life, period. If you are like kind of scared to make conversation or talk to somebody, just ask people about themselves. What do you do? How are you? How old are you? When you start doing that, like all those things. And then if they ask you, then you answer if you want. And if they don't, like people feel good when they talk about themselves. Right. So that's a little bit of a tangent, but that's something that I've learned.
Yeah. You shared that with me. Yeah. And so I tried to do that.
You did? When?
Yes. Where was I? Oh, it was at the Sky Game when I met the girl who does the Tip Gems.
Okay.
And I started asking her about herself and all things. So it opened
up conversation. Yeah.
Even though I didn't feel like talking to her. But it was cool. It was nice to get to know her. I do plan on using her services in the future. So.
And it made it easier because you were asking about herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not telling about yourself. So yeah. All right. I'm glad to know that you tried it.
Yeah. I practiced it a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay. Thank you. Not being good enough. Do you have a fear of that in this relationship? Or have you experienced
that? Not being good enough.
Or it could be overall too.
So I don't have a fear of being good enough in this relationship because I'm already too much. Seem too much.
Okay.
But there was one time in one other relationship that I felt like I possibly wasn't good enough, and fuck that. But that's the same one who had a baby on me. So clearly I wasn't enough.
Oh, no, that was his issue, not yours. Don't worry about that.
True. But in this relationship, no, I don't have a fear of not being good enough. I think that I've worked to make sure that you can tell the difference between our relationship and your previous relationship.
For sure. And
that I fill those gaps that you didn't have
the support
once before.
Yeah. Yeah. The big one you feel is like support. Like I honestly don't ask for much, but just be supportive in all of the endeavors that I have like taken on in the ones that we've taken on as well. And like be there and cuddle snuggle. I'm good.
Cuddle snuggle. Okay.
I'm serious. And like I'm good. Like I really don't require a whole lot, but I just want you to be there, and you've done that. So that's that. I don't know. Does that ease your fears? I mean, I know you said you don't have that fear, but me saying like, hey, you doing a bang up job.
No, it's not even like a pat on the back type of thing, because I'm not doing it for, yes, it's for your satisfaction, but it's not for your satisfaction. I want to be a better person to my mate. Gotcha. And so what ways can I do that? What can I do to make our relationship better for you?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I don't feel like in this relationship, that I'm not good enough. I do the same thing. I try and fill the voids that I feel like maybe you had in other relationships. One of which is like making sure that we date and go out and have a good time and experience things. And so I feel like if we're filling each other's voids or previous voids, that we're good enough for each other, if not better. Definitely better.
My cup runneth over.
Yeah, your cup runneth over. Yes, mine too. So I am very appreciative of you for that. Let's do one more. I'm gonna say growing apart.
Yeah,
that's probably
that is
second.
Yeah, I would say that's not something that I constantly think about. Like, it's not in the back of my head, but it is a thing. Like, are you going to always love me? Are we going to always have that spark? And I feel like I mentioned this to you maybe earlier today, or maybe about yesterday, about being connected after
intercourse.
Yeah. And it's a real thing, y'all. Like, for real. Yeah. Like, for the past couple weeks, not that we've been dry in our relationship, but life has been happening. And so things haven't been getting done. Yeah. We've been kind of trying to spend time with each other, but it hasn't been like the same. Like, we haven't been like on the same page with things. Not that we were arguing. It was just, you just could tell that things were distant between us. Until we had this night of ecstasy. We didn't take any ecstasy. Let me say that. I told you I was funny in there.
Girl, go now. Go ahead. Tell your story.
But seriously, we had a night where it was all about us, and we made sure that we got things done like we needed to get
task
done.
Completed,
task completed. Whistles wet. I don't know. But it did bring us closer for sure. Like, I mentioned to her, and I said, I feel like a lot closer, a lot more connected with you since that night. Yeah. And it's so important that you keep that up within your relationship. Make it spicy. Do something different. Yeah. That also can help.
Yeah. It's easier said than done, though. Like, spicing up your relationship. It's like, okay, so what do we do? Do we go to a bar and role play? Like, what do we do?
Okay. You know how, like, with women, sex is more mental. Yeah. So something that we do or we have done is, like, we talk about sex all day.
Yeah, that does definitely help. Yeah, when it's like top of mind, and then so you expect it, and then you just keep yourself up for it and not be like, I'm sleepy.
And then, like, when it actually, like, y'all don't even have to be together. Just be like, oh, I'm looking forward to, like, spending time with you tonight. Yeah. And like, oh, spending time doing what?
Yeah, because you always are like, I'm like, I'll send you a text like, I want you, and you're like,
in what way?
And I'm like, what am I supposed to say?
You don't like talking like that.
I mean,
I don't mind it. I like it.
It's fine. I just feel like I'm not good at it.
I don't want you to be good at it.
Kind of corny coming from me.
You're better at other things. You don't have to be good at talking. You don't have to be good at talking about it, but, like, have the conversation with me. And you do. You're a good sport about it.
I try to be, because this is way outside of my comfort zone. But if it's helpful, then who cares if it's outside of my comfort zone? I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tanky.
What'd you say?
Tanky.
I'll talk about mine real quick. Growing apart, yeah, definitely, because I feel like it's happened in so many of my previous relationships, but also in those relationships, we never took steps to make sure it didn't happen, or we never stopped to realize it was happening until it was too late. And I think here we realize that it's happening and we're being mindful about it. And then when we realize it's happening, we're like, nah, this got to stop. We have to do X, Y, Z. Or even if we made an appointment basically like, hey, tonight, you know what I'm saying? And it was a little weird making an appointment, but then at the same time, it wasn't. Yeah. Right?
That was like, a little bit new for me too. Yeah. Like I would like it to be more spontaneous.
Yes.
But it was fine.
Like it was perfectly fine. It was just an expectation. You knew what it was. There was no excuse for being tired because you should have conserved your energy for it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, it was expected. It wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a last minute thing. You know, sometimes you just have your head in a different place and it's not on that. It's not on sex. It's just helpful to know. And it doesn't have to become a thing, but if we do realize it like we're growing distant from each other, then I feel like it's got to be, put that thing on the calendar.
Yeah.
So that is probably the second fear behind abandonment. Yeah.
Is that the last one you said?
Yep, that's the last one.
Okay.
I keep hitting this mic. Sorry, y'all. So
SOS, please someone help me. It's not happening to make me feel it.
Oh, you are.
Okay.
So
SOS.
We got it.
Save our situation.
Yes, save our situation. So we had someone drop a note in our inbox, which we appreciate when anyone ever drops a note in our inbox to say hi, to get some advice, whatever it is, reach out. If you just want to be like, hey, I like that hat that you had on. I'll tell you where I got it from. Just let me know. I'm sure you'll do the same. Hey, those glasses were good.
We're good?
Nice. Look good.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me stop rambling and get to this.
Go ahead.
All right. SOS, anonymous TikTok community follower, community member, follower, whatever you want to call it. It's sort of long a little bit. So please bear with us. Okay. And it reads, I met this woman in Miami while I was there for my cousin's birthday, first week of May. We exchanged contact information, but didn't have a chance to hang out because of our schedules. We texted while we were in Miami, and once we made it home, we decided that we wanted to get to know each other more. She lives in Georgia in the military and has a teenage son, and I live in Chicago, a teacher, no kids. A couple of weeks passed, and we decided we wanted to plan a weekend to spend time together to see how we vibe. We both agree on June. June comes along and she ends up getting custody of cousin's daughters because of situation. She can no longer do June due to her circumstances. Understandable. July was busy for the both of us, so we decided on August. From June to August, we're getting to know each other, texting and FaceTiming, having deep, vulnerable, intimate conversations. We both agree we have feelings for each other, and we are only talking, in quotations, to one another, and we aren't seeing other people. At the end of July, her ex-husband's son's father passes away in the midst of her traveling back from out of town. I supported her and asked her what she needs and continued to show up for her. During a conversation about a week into August, she said she thinks she won't be able to come to Chicago because she went through her cousin's daughter's phone and found a whole bunch of stuff she shouldn't be doing. She doesn't trust to leave her by herself. I expressed how I'm impacted by being on the opposite side of the plans continuing to change. Excuse me, and that we hadn't talked on FaceTime in a couple of weeks because she missed those calls. I communicated what I needed, which is consistent communication and spending physical time together. And I feel like I'm compromising on what I need at times. I suggested I travel to her, and if we miss a call, we reschedule. She agreed. She also communicated she wants us to work and she's willing to compromise as well. So it's still August. So about a week and a half ago, I bring up looking at flights and if she knew what weekend would work. She then says she doesn't know and she won't be free until November because her kids have college visits and the memorial for her ex. At that point, I was extremely frustrated because we had just had a conversation. I thought the solution with me traveling to her would work, but it doesn't feel like a solution anymore. And I started to question if she really wants this to work and how she feels about me. I let a few days pass, and then I bring up feeling anxious about us and I need reassurance. She says, what can she do? And what type of reassurance? I told her I needed time to process and we could talk about it on FaceTime the following week. Everything was good until last week. I noticed she started being distant and conversation wasn't the same, felt forced. One of our FaceTime calls was less than 5 minutes because it was late and she was tired. Then a couple of days after that, we didn't talk because she wasn't up for it. So we never talked about the anxiety I was feeling. On Thursday, she texted and said this: I don't know what to do with this, and she hasn't responded to my current messages. I thought I could send a screenshot. Oh, sorry. This is what she texts. It's been decent. I hope your day went well. I know you have noticed a difference in conversation these past couple of days, and I just don't have it. Too much going on, and I don't feel like getting into. I'm still here and I'm trying not to be a ghost, but I definitely feel myself pulling back. My response was, good morning. I did notice and I've been thinking about that. I knew something was off. I was planning on saying something, but I didn't know when to bring it up. I didn't want to overwhelm you. I appreciate you communicating this. Did you get the counseling figured out for yourself? How do you want me to support you? And I sent another one later that night saying I was thinking about her and I'm here for her. I know her pulling back was has nothing to do with me, but I'm having anxiety because I feel like I'm not getting what I need and I don't know how much longer I can be patient. I also want to respect her space and what she's going through and not be selfish. I've never done long distance or talked to anyone with kids, so I don't know what to expect, but I don't think it should be this difficult. We aren't officially in a relationship. We have both expressed working towards being in a relationship, but this situation isn't sustainable for me because of all the anxiety I have. I haven't been sleeping or eating because of it. I'm not sure what I should communicate. I'm not sure I should communicate how I feel / make the choice to walk away or just continue to be with her and let her work through what she's going through. What are your thoughts?
First of all, don't lose no sleep or no eat off these niggas. Seriously, like, I know it's hard to say because I feel like I've been there before, like wondering like what's going on and having it on your mind so much so that it's keeping you up at night, but it ain't never kept me from no meal. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that's like. So that's one. Two, I would hang it up. I would honestly, because sometimes I like to have the last word. So I would tell her exactly how I feel and how, like I've tried, compromising my feelings for you to make this situation work because we both said we wanted it.
Right.
So I'm trying, but I don't feel that same energy is being reciprocated and I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Like I have to put myself first, my feelings first. And the fact that I've said to you, I need these things and you're not willing to work with me on that, I don't need to waste any more of my time.
Yeah.
And
it's hard. Though.
It is hard. It is hard because you want it so bad. But you got to think, like, she has 2 kids. She has a career of her own. She's in Atlanta, which has a plethora of gay females there.
I thought it was Miami. I'm sorry.
She said Atlanta.
Okay, I'm sorry.
She's from Chicago. Mm-hmm. The girl is living in Atlanta.
Okay. That's neither here nor there. Don't matter.
That's not neither here nor there. That's kind of significant to the situation because she could be having something else. I'm just being devil's advocate. She could be having something else going on at the crib that she's coming up with all these excuses. Mm. Maybe it is her adopted niece that she's taken in that she can't leave home alone. Maybe her son's father did pass. It was the father that passed away. Maybe he did pass, and you had to work through that as well. But now I'm making myself available to come to you.
Right.
I'm getting rid of that burden of you having to leave your teenage niece by herself. I'm coming to you. I don't have to stay with you. I can get my own spot.
But can I just see you for 30 minutes?
But can I see you?
Yeah.
And it's an excuse around that. So I personally, because I want the last word, sometimes I would, not all the time.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would say I would get my feelings out. And then you can even write in a journal, like, about how you really feel, because you probably want to cuss her out inside, because I would. But say how you feel, and then let her know at the end of this, like, I am still here for you if that's what you need, but I can only extend myself so far.
Yeah. I think I'm of the same thought, because in my mind, you make sacrifices for what you want. You make time for what you want, right? Even if it's an hour, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, like I've come like down past your job to sit in the car with you 10 minutes before to go home. And so I feel like you make time for what you want. And that's not to say that she doesn't want you.
She just not showing it.
Yes. And you know, you got to show it. Like, actions speak louder than words. And at the same time too, like she says this all the time. It's hard for me to date, but date, like, try not to lock yourself into one person if at all possible, especially if it's going to be a distance one, until y'all both have said, look, we in this, right? Don't compromise before you get in the relationship, because you got to stand on what you want and what you expect. But when you get into your relationship, then I feel like that's kind of time to compromise. But you got to understand what you want and what you expect. And the person that you're with also has to understand what you want and what you expect. Street. Yeah. Yep. And then once that has been said and acknowledged, then it's like, okay, I'm willing to do this if you're willing to do this. And so I think at the end of the day, it's let her know, hey, my door is open if you would like to talk. I'm not closing that on you. I'm just letting you have the time that you need. And in the meantime, do your best to move forward. Right. And to date and to see what else is out there. Maybe you just want to check in and say, hey, how are you? With zero expectations of a relationship, just being a good friend, because you know she's going through something. And maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. But do you, if that's who you are, do that, because I don't do stuff with expecting other people to do something in return, you know. So that would be my thoughts too. Like you said, date, move around, try not to dwell on it. I know it's hard. It's so hard. Especially when
you want something to work so bad.
When you think you in there and then it's like, nope. That's hard, because you've started growing feelings. And I don't want to just dismiss this fact that you have feelings for this person, right?
Yeah. And in the lesbian community, or the women love women community, it's easier to fall for someone.
Yeah, for sure.
Than being in a hetero relationship, unless you're that hopeless romantic person that just does that, period. Like, that's part of your personality.
Yeah, women move fast.
Yeah, we move very fast. So I can see why you are so deeply, emotional and mental about the situation. So, but again, like we said, get your feelings out there. Let her know that the door is still open, but now it's cracked. It's a jar.
It's a jar, if you will.
It's a jar. This is not. I am not your therapy. You don't replace me with therapy.
Yeah.
But I am here if you need.
For sure.
And then again, move around, girl. Come out. I mean, not that we gonna be your single friends in Chicago, because we're not single. We very much together real bad.
Real bad.
Real bad. But yeah, we gonna get together. We gonna kick it or whatever. But somebody is out there. Somebody who's willing to be the person that you need is out there, and you won't have to ask for it.
Yep.
It'll be very easy. It'll come very easy. So good luck to you in that situation. Do hit us up if you do have an update on the conversation and how that goes.
Yes, for sure.
We'd love to hear it. Yeah. But if you guys have any other things that you would love our thoughts on.
Because I don't want to say advice.
Yeah, no.
But our thoughts.
Our thoughts on. Then just hit us up.
For sure.
Through our email.
Which is the number 2, togetherrealbad@gmail.com, or TikTok, and that is together.real.badpod. And so it's the same thing on Instagram. So.
Yes, but title it SOS.
SOS, please. I'm going to stop.
Save our situation.
Save our situation. Yes. So
yeah. I think that's it for that.
Yep.
Take it or leave it.
Taking away the fact that I don't have to have that little voice in my head that says she might leave, because you've given me the comfortability of knowing that you are here to stay and work on whatever we need to work on to stay together. And I'm leaving that little voice.
Okay. Take it or leave it. I am taking the I was about to say dick appointment.
What? What
do I call it?
Oh I'm
taking our write-in appointments, our appointments for
okay.
What do we call it?
Sex appointments.
Sex appointments.
That's all I know to call it.
I'm taking our sex appointments and being more open to that versus being spontaneous all the time. And I am leaving my bike alone for
no, you're not.
minute.
Don't say that.
My ass hurts.
That's okay.
I need a new seat.
In about 3 days, you're going to be okay.
But that's it.
Whew. We made it.
Hour
and 20 something odd minutes. And we appreciate all the people that stuck with us. I think it was like 4 people that stuck with us the entire time. Yeah, 4 or 5 people. So definitely appreciate that. Appreciate the 8 people that are viewing right now, and the 12 people. A new high that we had at one point. So we appreciate the support, the love, the reaching out, the inboxes, all of the above. We really appreciate that.
And if you see us in the street and you trying to see what's up,
say what's up.
No.
Say what's up. Oh, ski. Oh, gosh.
Did you see me?
Got it.
Ski.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Until next time, y'all.
Peace.
She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset. Blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. Thought your ex would be upset. Little did he know I was up next.